stared at my wife's yoga pants in the laundry basket. The rip in these yoga pants was located right at the crotch, but now, the crotch area had a tear, like something sharp had violently ripped it open. What caught my attention even more was the suspicious white stain along the edge of the tee. I leaned in closer and sniffed. A faint, fishy smell hit my nostril, making my stomach churn. "What are you looking at?" Cassandra's voice came from behind me. I instinctively shoved the yoga pants back into the basket and turned around, forcing a smile. "Nothing, just finished doing laundry," I said, trying to sound casual. "Oh," she barely responded, completely distracted. "I'm going to the gym tonight. You'll have to eat dinner alone." "By the way," I asked, trying to sound offhand, "how did your black yoga pants get ripped?" "Oh, that?" She kept scooping her yogurt. "I accidentally caught them on the equipment during my training session yesterday. So annoying." "Really?" I studied her profile. "It's torn pretty badly." "Yeah," she smiled slightly, "but it's fine. I've had them forever anyway. I'll just buy a new pair." I watched her walk into the bedroom to change. My chest felt heavy, like a stone was lodged inside. I walked back to the laundry basket and picked up the yoga pants again. The edges of the tear were jagged and uneven, like something had forcibly stretched them open. As I examined them more carefully, I discovered a small electronic key fob sewn into the inside of the waistband. It had a series of numbers engraved on it. TS-032TS stood for Total Sculpt, an upscale gym in our city. 0321 was a locker number. I remembered Cassandra had a membership there, but she usually went with Melissa. She rarely went alone. I was still thinking when Cassandra emerged, already changed. She wore gray sweatpants and a loose hoodie, looking fresh and put together. "I'm leaving." She grabbed her bag and headed for the door. "Wait," I called out. "Why are you always going to the gym with Melissa lately?" She stopped and glanced back at. Her eyes flickered with something I couldn't read. "What do you mean? We've always gone together, haven't we? But you used to only go on weekends. Why are you going every day now?" I asked cautiously. She smiled, her tone relaxed. "Work's been stressful lately. I want to exercise more, blow off some steam." I nodded, saying nothing more. She turned and left. I stood by the window, watching her walk quickly toward the entrance of our apartment complex. A black SUV was already waiting there. The window rolled down. Melissa waved at her, and Cassandra opened the door and got in. The car quickly disappeared from view. I returned to the living room and picked up the yoga pants again, studying the electronic key fob closely. Total Sculpt's VIP lockers were only available to premium members. Cassandra's membership was just basic level. I pulled out my phone and searched for Total Sculpt's website. Their VIP membership cost 5 figures annually and required strict approval to obtain. Cassandra made decent money, but not enough to splurge on something like that. I was still thinking when my phone suddenly buzzed. It was a text from an unknown number. "Wednesday, same place, reshoots, don't forget." I stared at the text, unease creeping through me. Cassandra's phone was sitting on the coffee table. She'd forgotten to take it when she left. I hesitated, then picked it up and unlocked it. Her passcode had always been my birthday. That small detail gave me a sliver of comfort. I opened her text messages and found that she'd been in frequent contact with an unknown number over the past few days. The messages were mostly brief exchanges like, "See you Wednesday," and "Remember to bring clothes." I scrolled to the top and found the first text, sent about a month ago. "Wednesday 3 p.m, gym VIP area. Remember to wear those black yoga pants." My heart started racing. My hands trembled slightly. I kept scrolling and discovered they met every Wednesday, and each time, those black yoga pants were mentioned. The most recent text was from yesterday. "Great job today. Same time next week." I put the phone down. My chest felt like it was being crushed by a boulder. I could barely breathe. Cassandra went to the gym every Wednesday, and she always wore those black yoga pants. And today, those pants were mysteriously torn and stained with suspicious white residue. I picked up the yoga pants again and examined the tear. The fabric along the edges had been ripped apart, like something had forcibly stretched it open. Suddenly, an idea struck me. I grabbed my phone and searched yoga pants rip. The results made me freeze.
Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.